Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Yusuhara in Kochi prefecture. How you doing? This is quite a ways away from Tokyo. We've come here to the countryside of Kochi. I want to bring you this library of all places. Now, in the digital era, libraries have gone into our smartphones, have gone into our tablets and our computers. This is the Yusuhara Community Library, designed by Kengo Kuma, who also is designing the Olympic Stadium in Tokyo. But he has a real connection with this town of Yusuhara, and I thought I'd bring you here today and show you one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. And we have permission to film, and I have permission to take you in there. So this is kind of an exclusive inside look at the Yusuhara Library. Now, I've already been in here and scouted this place out. It is incredible. Right now, there's not a lot of people because they've just sort of opened up. The rain is starting to fall here, and I'm here to film a couple of main channel episodes. You can see, I really am in the countryside. Yeah, I can hear the birds chirping. The air is sweet, it's fresh, and here's the design from the outside. Like all of Kengo Kuma's designs, konnichiwa. Like all of Kengo Kuma's designs, there's an element of wood and naturalness to it. And there's a use of like a modern look connected with the natural world. I really love it. This is the outside of the library. And there's the roof. And now we're gonna go inside. This is in Yusuhara. There's a link in the description if you're interested in finding out where this is in Kochi prefecture. Kochi is on Shikoku Island, which is the smallest of Japan's 4 islands. There's Hokkaido, Honshu, Kyushu, and Shikoku. All right, let's go inside. Now, you have to take off your shoes here. I thought that this was kind of interesting. You have to leave your shoes at the door. So I'm gonna do that. And you can take slippers if you want. Complimentary slippers. Nice and comfortable. And this, I like it, the colors of the slippers match with the wood on the floor. Look at this. All right, there's my camera. I was here to film the inside. Now this is a cafe. It just opened up. It's nice and warm in here. It's a little cool up here in the mountains. We're at elevation. Yusuhara is 500 meters above sea level. You can already see the inside is spectacular, and we're just getting warmed up. It's even better the further we go into this library. Here's where the periodicals are. So you can take a magazine and come over here to this reading bar and I guess read it here standing, or you can just have a seat in one of the chairs or lounge areas. But you can already see, right, above me, the use of wood is incredible, and the use of wood really fits in with the area. It's taking the design, kind of fitting it into this area. You don't want any kind of a design to stick out in a town. This town actually, all of the buildings around here are really beautiful, and Yusuhara is kind of like becoming a trendy town. Like I showed you Kobayashi and Miyazaki a few weeks ago. And this is another really trendy town that's starting to grow. And I think it's just because of places like this, which doesn't really make sense because such a small population place has a library that looks so beautiful. And I got a little bit to tell you about the background of this. This library opened up last year, so it's relatively new. It is a working library. And the wood here on the ceiling looks like matchsticks, but it's actually gives you the feeling that you're in a forest, like the canopy of being in a forest. And that's one of the neat aspects of this library. These wood I don't want to say planks, just like wood lumber coming out of the ceiling. It almost reminds me of the Starbucks design that Kengo Kuma did in Fukuoka, if you've ever seen that. And that's just crazy with the amount of wood sticking out of it. Here's the front desk. We do have permission to film, and they've actually turned off the jazz music that was here just so it wouldn't be blocked. I'm gonna take you up here now, and you get a chance to see the library looking back. I think it's even more impressive, believe it or not. And there's a lot of little stories that I'm gonna tell you along the way. Not a lot, a few. All right, here, like sometimes you'll see in the book stacks, these little like dioramas. Do you see this? This one's really neat. I mean, they put a lot of effort into this. Look at the little guys down there. Kind of, I guess this could be this building. I don't know. Could be a shrine. But it represents the local area. Yusuhara is very much in nature along the mountain here. Much of Kochi prefecture is in the mountains. It's three-dimensional behind glass. Very cool. And then inside the mountains, you can see something's going on in there. What is that? Just kind of surrounded by the books. I mean, it makes going to the library cool again. And once again, we have permission to film. So anyone who's telling me not to talk in a library, I'm allowed to. I love Kengo Kuma's designs and his works, and it's always a treat when you get a chance to take a look at the master's fingerprints. And all right, to go back in there, hey Tyler, how you doing? Does the area have strict building codes that they all have to conform to? That's a great question. Let me ask. We have a representative of the area down there who's been able to answer some of my questions. I would believe so. You don't want to build buildings that stick out, but here's a story, okay? This town, Yusuhara, changed the way that Kengo Kuma thinks in his designs. At first, I guess he had a relationship with the mayor of this town. And at first, he used in his designs a lot of concrete. You can see it in his earlier designs. And then after he came here, that's how he got in tune with using wood from this town and working here. So I think there's a kabuki theater in this town that's maybe if we have time, I'll get a chance to take you there in another live stream. But it was that, like, being here in the middle of nature that inspired him for his current design, and actually probably had a huge influence on the Olympic Stadium, which is made of wood. So it can all be tracked back to this town, which is kind of a neat little story. I'm gonna turn the camera this way. You can see now people have started to come in because the library has just opened. But you can see, looking down, the library is one of the most popular places to come in Yusuhara. People just come and chill and relax. There's no Starbucks or chain coffee shops or anything like that here. There's no McDonald's. I don't even think there's a convenience store. But there is a library, and it looks like this. Pretty nice, huh? Why don't I put the wide-angle lens on the other side? Here you go. I'll give you a chance to see if I can do the wide-angle lens on the other side. I think it's more impressive than looking at me. Hold on a second. How does it go? Oh, this way. Sorry. All right, there we go. You guys are wide. You're so wide you can see the gimbal. Sorry about that. All right, I'm gonna take you in between the books, the stacks. All right. You'll find other little Easter eggs in the library the more you walk around. One thing that I noticed was like this means a day. So in the Japanese alphabet, this is hiragana. This is RE, day. So all these books will have, I believe, authors that have RE in their name. But these are made of wood as well. You can see that. On Wahi, I have permission to talk. Just me. You can't say anything. Can't hear you anyways. All right, now looking back down. This is where we came up. And it's just so beautiful to find a place like this in the middle, in a small town, in the middle of the woods. And this is one way that Japan is revitalizing its small towns. Its decaying population. I don't want to say decaying, but like aging population is the right word, sorry. The aging population is making it harder for these small towns to operate. The economies are shrinking. But when you build places like this, people are coming back. I think this is a great way to do that, to bring people back into small towns. Orville Soy, thank you very much. All right, I'm now inside of a smaller room now. There's O. It's a little bit of rain, so there's pitter-patter on the roof above. You can hear it. Kind of gives you the feeling that you're in a countryside, little countryside house, but you're in a very nice modern building with the tapping on the roof of the rain. You can hear it. There's another diorama, nice little glass display case right here. Wow. These are some unique things in here. A little paper clipped onto the top there. Looks like scenes from mythological stories in Japan. And then you can see there's artists with no longer have their skin on. It's kind of neat. You can look at that for an hour and just keep discovering new things. I don't think they have any manga up here. It's mostly books, but they did have periodicals down there with magazines, but I didn't see any manga in particular. Again, this is a library. All right, there's one more room up here, and then I'll take you back down. Yeah, Vinay, this is a very wide angle, so I just can't get the gimbal completely out of it, but the purpose of this live stream is to give you an inside look. It doesn't have to be the perfect inside look, but it's a pretty good look. Oh, wait, they do. Hold on a second. It's my hand. Hold on a second. I'm putting the wide angle lens back on. The other way. Go this way. Boom, done. All right. There seems to be some manga in this room. So. Oh, that's not manga. That's just really colorful. Oh, yeah, it is. And you can see this. The books are backwards in Japan. So if you're reading it from a Westerner would say this is left to right, right to left. Nice. Typically they're playing jazz music, but they've turned it off for the live stream, which is really nice of them. Let's see what else that they have here. Collection, creation of the world. All sorts of books, and I love the way they've taken some of them and displayed them, and I bet they rotate them, so you always get something new. So people will come back and discover a new book I think that's really cool. And as we move to the digital world more, I gotta tell you something. I kind of miss holding on to the paper, holding on to the book. There's something that feels good about putting a nice, solid, well-bound book in your hand. Well made. It gives what the print that you see in here, it gives it value to me. The written word, when it's bound and presented well, it really does a lot of impact. And I really hope that we don't lose our libraries. And I love the fact that they've taken the concept of a library and they've done something like this to it. And here's some of the lumber on the roof. Again, the reason for those joining us, the reason for the wood coming out of the roof here is to give it the image that you're inside of a forest, to give it the image like you're under the canopy of wood. And considering books are made from trees, I think it's a good way to, either it shows respect to the trees or it's teasing the trees because you're laughing at them and said, hey, we made the books from your pulp, and we're gonna take the rest of you and hang you from the ceiling. But then again, I'm a positive thinker. I think the best in people and ideas. I love the lounge areas that they have here. This is looking back down at the entrance that we were at. I love the wood floors. It's so beautiful. Everything just melts together here. It's watching it on the live stream is not the same as being here. You can also smell the wood. Maybe it's because it's new, I don't know, but the wood on the ceiling is giving off kind of an odor, like a good smell of being the wood. So you are allowed to take pictures here, is okay. You're allowed to talk in a low voice, right? And you're allowed to drink stuff here, and you're not allowed to use cell phones, but I am because I was told I'm allowed. Very nice. Do you have any questions? Leopold, I don't think I'm gonna show you the restrooms, although now the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking maybe Kengo Kuma did something interesting with that too. Hey David, missed you guys too. I'm gonna be doing a couple of live streams from Kochi because I think it's one of these places, Kochi prefecture, that doesn't get enough attention because it's so far away from Tokyo and Osaka and Kyoto. So whenever I get a chance to come here, I want to show you as much as possible. So I do have a few. Oh, there's some manga here. I do have a few main channel episodes planned for Kochi. So they do have manga, but nothing in English, which is good because now you can study Japanese. All right, this is a children's area where you can play. That's kind of neat. A baby room with children's books. I like it a lot. This opened up about a year ago. All right, I don't see the restroom. Oh, here it is. Okay, I don't know if I want to do this. All right, very quickly, I'll show you the restroom. I don't think I even have a signal. Whoa, the lights turned on automatically. Whoa. Oh, look, there's bathroom slippers. All right, just quickly. All right, there you go. Are you guys happy now? Very clean. Look at this. I could use these. I'm not going in. I can't use the slippers. Oh, look at that. There's the bathroom slippers, and you can for mama, papa, and family. And then look, they have a little teeny children's toilet. Look at that. It's so small. So papa and son can, you know. That's nice. Oh, and you can see there's the mascots for the 2020 Olympics. We're so far away from the city of Tokyo, but the impact of the Olympics reaches beyond the city. It affects the whole country. These are lockers that you can leave your stuff behind in if you want to, backpacks and things like that. I just leave my camera here. I have no fear of anyone taking my things. All right, I can tell them to turn them. I can tell them to turn the music back on. Any other questions before I leave the Yusuhara Community Library? Yeah, Angelie, Kengo Kuma did design a Starbucks in Fukuoka that's very similar to this one near one of the shrines there. All right. Are there strict building codes here? Like in order to build something in Yusuhara, it has to conform to rules. Like in Tokyo, we have very strict building code. Do we have it? Somebody asked me a question. I don't know. I would assume so. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Yusuhara Community Library. I'll give you one last look at this library from a distance, but do subscribe and keep watching because we got some more stuff that I want to show you from Kochi. Look at this. This is amazing. It's a library. What? The internet is not this cool.